registration, pre-arrested for illegal possession, filling of guarantee forms. Let's go for a quick commercial break and we'll be right back and give you the details of the news. Moving straight to our first story.
Yamama Kwababa Janko Company Limited. Mini CEO Ameda Ejumana no. I friend Ora Leslie Coleman. Na the air any say you running nanny 24 hours, 12 hours nanny. Ye clean fee. Ni Colombia embassy for ye Juma ni Zuzu restaurant. Ye ni Juma for bebre aye Juma. Oba ecotourism so asebe ibima ware omuntumi nye ni die bia utumi de honeymoon ba. Sebia wawa o ware 2% after honeymoon mo call ebia Mombasa beach resorts and also call Kenya or Namibia or South Africa or Konko bi so na mo call have fun ni mo honeymoon na mo be fia ye wo ebia mo group of people mo pese mo call tour wo be bia ye wo. Secondly so obi hwe na say our Kofobi Manone, no person but share ecotourism, no some person share nice attractive area of Ghana ha na football academy so your academy any NGO you start you share streetisms nemu your academy baby o modedi 2 times a day and a panel you training once a day boy your mom contract they are blophonic shop pebico na so hwe echi akwan Oba Janko Company Limited, Award, Nyamiche Dakuma Road, opposite Living Light Chapel. Your number is 030-290-7503. Mibubo BM 030-290-7503. Now, share your cell phone, swap. Obo 0244-630-257. 0244-630-257 and then your numbers are a screen so o she na o hwehwe chikwan so a screen so location eba ha no so mumbre ya so na mume yanye ejuma.
Moving straight to our first story. Former President John Dramani Mahama has said the ruling government's New Patriotic Party always fails to fulfill their promises, but the National Democratic Congress, NDC, always delivers on its promises when being voted into power.
Former President John Dramani Mahama said they are not like the NPP government who always fails to deliver their promises. We've always stood by the truth, he said. We have not told false promises just because we want political power. We tell the people exactly what we can deliver them, and when we come into office, we make sure we deliver exactly what we said, the former president said at the party's 27th anniversary lecture. Supporting his claim, Mr. Mahama said the NPP gave vain promises in the run-up to the 2016 general election in a bid to win the polls. It was in 2016 that the NPP elevated false promises to a historic level. It was just like anything the people wanted to hear because they wanted political power, but didn't know that when they come to power, the reality will catch up with them. Today, a large group of people are disappointed in the NPP government, he said. Mr. Mahama also said most of the projects under government's One Village, One Dam project are shoddy. Today, One Village, One Dam has become One Village, One Pond, and the reality has caught up with them. These are dugouts. In some cases, they do not even qualify as dugouts, he said. The former president's claim on these projects follows concern over the implementation of the policy, which has largely been described as poor.
Adabraka police have allegedly registered the 3 suspects in Accra for the illegal possession and filling of guarantee forms for prospective voters in the ongoing limited voter registration.
3 people were picked up by the private citizens within the premises of the Electoral Commission's head office on Saturday during the registration exercise and handed over to the police. Report says The suspects were caught signing guarantee forms which are solely filled by the Electoral Commission officials for applicants who do not have the required identification cards to register on their own. They were subsequently dragged to the Adabraka police station for further investigation. An eyewitness narrated the incident to the press, saying they were signing guarantor forms and were thumbprinting for people, and the forms they had were bulky, so I raised alarm. It is a bad situation because the guarantor forms are supposed to be handled by only Electoral Commission officials, and when you have party people having the guarantor forms, it raises some eyebrow, he added. The exercise, which began across the nation at the Electoral Commission's district offices and in over 1,000 additional centers, have largely been peaceful, except for some instances of network challenges. A few days ago, the New Patriotic Party in the Ashanti region accused the National Democratic Congress of deliberately frustrating people from registering in some parts of the region. The NPP in the Ashanti region said some NDC agents deliberately delayed the registration process by raising needless arguments. Meanwhile, the minority leader in parliament, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, has asked the Electoral Commission to publish the number of people captured in the exercise so far. This, according to him, will ensure transparency in the wake of the challenges that have characterized the exercise in offline registration in some areas.
Moving on to sports, stay with us as Carlos the Papa brings you the sports news.
It's time for sports on Midday News Video Man Carlos Crystal Kwesi Cranton. You can simply call me Carlos the Papa. Now, starting with our first story for today, Black Stars head coach Kwesi Appiah has described the atmosphere around his team as the calmest ever since his association with the Black Stars, both as a player and a manager. Black Stars have enjoyed the peaceful atmosphere since commencing preparation for this year's tournament, contrary to the initial press expressed by sections of Ghanaians after the captaincy of the team changed hands from Asamoah to Andre Remy Morgan Dede Ayew. In a related development, Captain Andre Ayew assured Ghanaians of their readiness to fight for honors. The trophy is the objective. To kill ourselves on the pitch is dues we have to pay, and we are ready for that. That's a story coming out from the camp of Black Stars as head coach of the Black Stars. Kwesi Appiah assures Ghanaians that is ready to fight and win the trophy for Ghanaians. Now, moving on to the next story, Benin will be without their captain, Stefan Sessegnon, in today's clash against Ghana. The midfielder will be serving a suspension after receiving a red card in the team's finals Cup of Nations qualifiers against Algeria. Coach Michel Dussart will have to approach the game without his key man. Of course, the absence of certain players in this team is affecting us. But we have to know our first game is against Ghana, and we are determined to give a good account of our game, and we are prepared for that, so the absence won't affect us. Michel Dussart told press after he had a meeting with the press in the game against Ghana. That's coming from the camp of Benin. Now, let's move straight to the African Cup of Nations ongoing in Egypt. Now, there was some interesting results yesterday, and let's give you the rundown of the AFCON 2019. In Group D, Ivory Coast won by 1-0 to South Africa. In Group E, Tunisia drew 1-1 with Angola. Mali 4, Mauritania 1. And today's clash in Group F, Ghana will be playing Benin and Cameroon will be playing against Guinea-Bissau. That's all for local sports right here on JTV. Now, moving on to the foreign fronts, there are some interesting stories popping up right here on JTV. Now, let's give us the rundown of the foreign front. Neymar has agreed a 5-year deal with Barcelona, and the Brazilian is edging closer to a sensation return to the company. According to Sports, there is a verbal agreement after Josep Maria Botome's offer was immediately accepted by Neymar. Neymar's desperation to go back to Barcelona has meant he's willing to reduce his wages to 50%. That's a story coming up from the camp of Brazilian winger Neymar da Santos Jr. and is likely to return to Barcelona. Now into the English Premiership, head coach for Newcastle United Rafael Benitez has confirmed he will be leaving the club this season after agreement between him and the club. That's all for sports on JTV. Video man Carlos Crystal Kwesi Cranton. You can simply call me Carlos Di Papa. Stay tuned for more.
Oh my God.
A higher Afritech Y&A industry and training. Say, a fact needed that year, a year, a Afritech Y&A industry, and we can forget the amount. Afritech, yeah, maybe to say, hospital bed, office chairs, restaurant tables and chairs, puppets, cool chairs and tables. There's also TV stands, church chairs. There's also here in Kunya Edema, 1 hour, decorative wedding, and I said, almost CC, I for a home. See a cat in Kunya Papa, that idea, not a Afritech Australian corner, who will be. Several be our Ghana hanging on Afritech, Sebra. Now, Oba, now near Juma, there's also our free delivery at the mouth. The big guy will be an Afritech at the near man, at the cock, young Say open Afritech a chair, your war, soon. Yale top oil in the deep in Shenmue. There's also our kind, Abekuma, Pentecost Johnson. One of my nature workers and Puni National. Fana Flying, Afritech Y&A industry and training. Yes, quality metal products.
Moving straight to international story. Boni Yayi is free to move again. Benin police put an end to the resistance of the former Benin president to his home on Saturday after 2 months under house arrest.
The former president of Benin was accused of inciting violence after the controversial parliamentary election in April. Boni Yayi described the election as an electoral coup d'etat while calling for an end to the process. Fearing for the safety of their leader following his release, Yayi's supporters gathered around his residence. However, the police dispersed the people, leading to the death of 4 people. In recent weeks, there have been calls for peace. Patrice Talon held discussions with leaders from Boni Yayi's hometown and stronghold where the demonstrations took place. During these meetings, the Beninese president promised a series of measures to try to diffuse tension. Currently, Boni Yayi is free to move again after his house arrest.
Moving straight to entertainment. Prophet Dr. Kofi Ojo of Alabaster International Ministry has added his voice to the ongoing fracas between church members of Zio Outreach Ministry Embassy and their general overseer, who asked them to invest in his financial institution.
Prophet Dr. Kofi Ojo of Alabaster International Ministry has added his voice to the ongoing fracas between the church members of Zoe Outreach Embassy and their general overseer, who asked them to invest in his financial institution. The man of God told his congregation on Sunday that the church is not a place for investment, but a house where the lost are saved and drawn to God. there was a drama at the Zoe Outreach Embassy when some people stormed the church, briefly disrupted the church service to demand what they say is their locked-up investment last week, Sunday. The customers say they were convinced by the founder and leader of the East Legon-based church to invest hundreds of cedis with EL Real Estates and Tikori Capital. They say all attempts since last year to withdraw the Tower End's principal from the two entities allegedly owned by Kelvin Kwesi Kobri have proven fatal. Commenting on the issue, Prophet Dr. Odru said, "The work of men of God is to turn souls to God and not to be telling them to bring their money for investment."
Let's take a recap of our headlines. We have always stood by the truth. Former President John Dramani Mahama. Limited voter registration. 3 arrested for illegal possession, failing of guarantee funds. This is all I bring to you on Midday Live on JTV. Stay tuned as we bring you more. My name is Miss Arthur.
Yamama kwa baba Janko Company Limited. Mini CEO ameda ejumana no aye frame Ora Leslie Coleman. Na the eye ene say you run nanny 24 hours, 12 hours nanny. Ye klini fie. Ni Colombia embassy for ye ejuma ye ni Zuzu restaurant. Ye ni ejuma fo bebre aye ejuma. Oba ecotourism so asebe ibi mu aware omuntumi nya ni die bia utumi de wo mu ba. Sebia waware 2% after honeymoon moko ebia Mombasa beach resorts and that's Kenya uko Namibia uko South Africa uko nkoko bi so na moko have fun ni honeymoon na mobefia ye wo ebia mo ye group of people mo pese moko to wo bebia ye wo. Secondly so obi hwe na say owo nkofo bi wa manone na mpeso mbehwe ecotourism na so mpeso mo hwe nice attractive area wa Ghana ha ufenya na football academy ne so yewo academy any NGO ye start ya ye hwe streetisms ne mu ne wa academy baby o mo dadidi 2 times a day and apani enyumbi o mo train once a day ombobo ye mom contract ye dey abrofo ne behwe mo pebiko na so hwe e chi akwan Oba Janko Company Limited, Award Nyamiche Dakuma Road, opposite Living Light Chapel. Your number is 030-290-7503. Mibubo BM 030-290-7503. Now, share your cell phone, so Obo 0244-630-257. 0244-630-257 and then your number sa a was screen so o hwe na o hwe chikwan so a was screen so location e ba ha no so mumbre ya so na mume yanyi ejuma.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
A higher Afritech YMA industry and training. Say, a fact needed that dear, a year dear, a Afritech YMA industry, and we can forget their mouth. Afritech, here, maybe to say, hospital bed, office chairs, restaurant tables and chairs, puppets, cool chairs and tables. There's also a TV stands, church chairs. There's also here in Kunya Edema, 1 hour, decorative wedding, and I say, almost CC, I for home. See a cat in Kunya Papa, that idea, not a Afritech Australian corner, who will be Sega Bia or Ghana hanging Afritech, Sebra. Now, Oba, now near here, Juma. There's also our free delivery at the mouth. The big guy will be an Afritech at the near man at the cock. Say, open Afritech at Chapana, your war, soon. Your top oil in the deep in Shannon. There's also our kind of Abukuma, Pentecost Johnson. One of my life work as I'm putting us in. Fana flying. Afitech Y&A industry and training. Yes, home of quality metal products.